There's no safe like SimpliSafe. It's really fascinating that you can have two cars with the exact same engines, and not even the microphone makes the difference. It's the actual setup of the car. I've heard a lot of different two-rotors. Some of them sound really good. Most of them don't sound really good, to be honest. I want to give you a little bit of comparison. The crazy part is this is actually the more efficient turbo, but the intake manifold actually really hampers the ability for the turbo to make beautiful noise. It still sounds great, but when you have an intercooler made for 180 horsepower, it shows, and it really does choke the car. But regardless, let's hear how they sound different. Resonators and everything. There's so many different things. It's crazy to think that you can make a car sound so different, yet so similar. So she's got a little bit of a stumble because it's going lean, which is a good sign. It might be increasing compression now that we've been beating on the car a little bit harder. Interesting thing is we have a lot of resonators in this car, but we also have my traditional Fart Cannon Apexi N1 dual exhaust that really kind of adds to the deep bass of the sound of the car, and of course, the Garrett on the front. But let's hear the difference of the two cars. Let's look at the facts of what makes these cars so similar yet so different. Funny enough, they're both rotaries, but the one behind me has a semi-peripheral intake manifold, custom made. It's based off of an FD model engine, not only the core engine, but also the intake manifold, whereas the FC is true to the FC, and it has a second gen intake manifold and second gen porting. That isn't, I think, what makes the biggest difference in sound between the two. The resonation and, of course, the catback or the end of the exhaust, the muffler, I think is what really makes a big difference, at least in person. You get a much deeper bass noise from a real wide exhaust can at the end. And then on this one, it's meant to be more tame, and then you get those sexy little Chevy cymbals holding that exhaust back a little bit. I don't think there's much back pressure on this car, but it still is not as fart cannon-y as that one. So the turbos are almost identical in terms of general concept. This is a G35 1050, and that is a G40 900. That one has a way bigger exhaust, way smaller compressor, whereas this one is kind of more evenly sized. That one should be the more ideal rotary thing, but once you look at the intercooler, the intake manifold, all that stuff really holds it back from its true potential. Regardless, they both sound phenomenally, idling, in traffic, or even during boost pulls. We're doing maintenance on things that randomly break, and in this case, this little flex fuel sensor broke. And so one of the ways you can tell when a flex fuel sensor breaks is it will read a different hertz. It won't be like broken. It'll say, I think 50 to 150 hertz is 0 to 100% ethanol content, and it'll read 180 to 190 when it's actually like, hey, I'm broken, or the fuel's dirty, or whatever it thinks is going on. Swapping it out with another one, that way we can actually have flex fuel, because it's actually one of the reasons this car's running so bad. With fixing the flex fuel sensor, the computer now can do more without just assuming the flex fuel sensor is doing whatever. And so that means it's a lot easier to start this car up and back it up. Now, Matt doesn't know that, Isaiah doesn't know that, they just know I'm working on it. Well, I'm gonna have Matt, my youngest brother, go and get in the car and back it up. And I suspect Isaiah's gonna be super confused because he doesn't know that it's fixed. So Matt's not gonna kill the car. It's just gonna make Isaiah definitely think he's not a good driver. This isn't exactly safe. This is somewhat safe. My shop is SimpliSafe. With all of the crazy fast cars we have in the shop, the peace of mind that I get having SimpliSafe for the last couple of years has been a perfect balance to the chaos inside of here. With SimpliSafe, I've been able to set up and use all the different monitoring that I've ever dreamed of simply. It is comprehensive. Not only are we worrying about threats externally, but also internally. Smoke detection, carbon monoxide, flood detection, entry, glass break. You have a variety of sensors that you can add to your SimpliSafe setup, and you can start with a basic setup and then get complex as you get more comfortable with it, or just start with everything that you're dreaming of making sure stays safe. And if you thought this was fast, SimpliSafe now has Fast Protect, which is built into their interactive monitoring, allowing them to help dispatch help and understand what sort of threats are going on, even if they can't get in contact with you. Really amazing stuff. Right now, SimpliSafe is offering their biggest sale of the year with saving up to 40% off of your purchase. Go to simplisafe.com/RobDahm to learn more. That's simplisafe.com/RobDahm. I think now is the moment to show the boys from the men, and I think the Dahms are men. This is my youngest brother, Matt.
I'm a man.
Isaiah has a hell of a time backing up the FC, and I think it's time to show that it's just in our blood.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can you give him some context to this?
The background is Isaiah sucks at driving.
Oh,
he's tough.
Yeah, comfortable real quick.
Yeah.
Well, he's driving like he owns it.
Okay, maybe a little too comfortable. As much as I love giving Isaiah shit, the fuel's contaminated.
Really?
It was contaminated, like adding that 5 gallons, once it started idling, it popped the sensor back into place, so the sensor wasn't bad.
He was faster than me in the corners. Is the gas, is it just weird for you, Isaiah? Yeah, the left side is the clutch. I know you're used to the paddle shifting. If you want, you can reach in and feel my leg, feel how hot it is from holding the clutch.
I don't think.
No, reach in, feel it.
That is louder than the Corvette.
It's my desire to have those Apexian ones that sounds louder than the Vet. But I did a couple small things at the low end on that map that also make it. We're gonna have a hard time getting him back out.
I feel like a virgin again, which would have been 19.
I heard Dahm building,
Up to the mid-20s. God, I love FCs. There's nothing better than a FC.
I need a 1 to 10.
Not even a 4-rotor, a 3-rotor, FD. No.
He just brought shame to this name by saying that this is better than the 4-rotor, so I think it's time that he gets a ride in the 4-rotor.
So Matt's pretty cool, so I'm actually put this in here so he doesn't actually burn himself. I don't want him to go home back to the family and everyone's like, oh no, that car's not safe, Rob.
Yeah, because that's the only reason the car's not safe. So I am taking Matt for a ride in this because of his irreverent previous comment about the FC being better. I did enable launch control.
Is this like death-proof where the car is able to save you, but only if you're driving it?
So this car's special because it comes with a Mexican guy putting me in, you know? I'm the dick strap guy.
Is it weird if I just hold the back of your head while you do this?
You saw how scared
You're a
Did you hit his elbow?
Are you scared? You should be. You're at Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Boom. That was awesome though.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's like a one shot every time.
The videos don't do that justice at all.
No, it's like you're shooting a 9mm.
Yeah.
Just go. There's some things that are better. The videos don't do it justice. You feel it in your chest, that the shifting.
Yeah, the shifting
bam,
don't.
bam. And one thing that this has that the FC doesn't have is foot warmers.
I smoked the clutch.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Sounds like Doritos.
Yeah, when we were driving, the clutch was losing, and so I thought it was spinning out at first. I think it was once or twice, but then when I went to all-wheel drive mode, I saw the RPM just screaming up, and the car wasn't even losing traction.
It
So
literally smells like Doritos.
yeah. So the launch, I purposely was feathering it because I have a passenger with a drive shaft right next to them. It was already gone. I knew at that point. We've been wanting to upgrade the clutch. X Clutch has a 3-plate 9-inch 3-disc that can hold even more torque. The 4-plate 7.25 is awesome, and it's great for high revving, but like we're gonna be launching and we need that like momentum, perfect opportunity to do that because we're gonna pull the engine to refresh it for the dyno. But sadly, that proves that the dyno, we wouldn't have been able to do the dyno because it would have slipped the clutch. A lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh yeah, see, he was clutching in and out on the drive track. No shit. Like you have to program it from scratch. You don't understand that this car, you can't Google that. So I've been getting it better and better, meaning I don't have to clutch in and out as much. But I put this clutch through way too much torture that once I have the upshifts and downshifts, one of the things I was doing is I was purposely upshifting, and I was testing it, and it was still doing like extreme things, but there were things that I was setting it to do. It's all part of the process.
So since the 4-rotor was way too much for Matt, I decided to split that into 2, and now I have two rotors that we're just going to take around the block, and that's just simple math.
Yeah. The shop looks empty because it actually is. We have the C5 and the FC out, giving Matt a little taste of LA with two rotors. Apparently, Isaiah has a Cuban restaurant that he wants to expand Matt's palate. We'll go all check that out. We might go do a mountain run, Lindora Mountain Road, GMR, and that's not super close, but it's close enough to like experience the mountain roads a little bit, but not go to the full-blown Angeles Crest, ACH.
Back when I was an intern, I was coming here before they were even open. This is a Cuban food spot. I hope the owner's here today. She's really, really sweet. You guys get a little taste of actual Cuban culture. Also, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
I got my Japanese wife out here.
Shouldn't we be holding hands then?
No, sorry, not on this channel. So he came out here with no plans, and I just took him in, and he's been hanging out with us. So these are empanadas, right? And I'm gonna cut them up and share them. I'm gonna just show these white guys what flavor is,
Salt. Mayo?
Salt. Trying to keep up.
Trying to. I'm just flat to the floor like everywhere.
We are currently, as Isaiah just put it, vlogging and logging. So
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
downloading the logs and catching up on what's going on. And look at these beautiful clouds. It's not normally ever cloudy here, but when it is, look at it's just breathtaking. We took the C5 out, obviously, and oh my God, she just hauls ass. It's just so much fun. Oh, it's hot. It's cold enough you can see your breath.
Best flames I've ever seen it do the first tunnel.
We're close to Mount Baldy Lodge. Then we're gonna go kind of hook back and then go down GMR. But I'm downloading the logs so that way I can do some evening tuning.
It's also super unfair because this is 10 minutes away from the shop, 10-15 minutes away from the shop. So and this is really nice. So excited to we have Sam out here. Sam's keeping up with us in the Corolla, so he's doing really well.
This is amazing. Like I've just never seen terrain like this. Like every country, the terrain's always looks different with like nature and the trees and stuff. This looks sick, and just the fact that it's so close to the shop too is amazing.
Yeah,
a good place to like come and test the cars legally.
He recognized the cars yeah, no.
Nervous right now?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, brother. Wow, nice to meet you guys.
whoa, dude.
Oh, yeah. that road has no double yellows or even a dotted line. So
I thought it was a one-way, dude.
I thought it was one way. So
That's what I said, as we're coming onto it. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a one-way?
yeah, it's not. But so we're not even gonna go 50% because like there's somebody else going the other way, and 50% for 50% means not a good time. So let's just appreciate just how insane. This is just one more road over, and look at this. It looks like nobody's ever been here.